Hello, Aries, and happy birthday to you. I hope that April will treat you well. So, Aries, this is a general energy reading for Sun, Moon, Rising Aries, April 2019. This is for the whole month, so I do recommend that you come back and watch this video again. And remember, guys, general energy readings will not be spot on for everyone every single time. All right, so we are going to use Soul Trees and Tarot del Fuego. Aries energy, the energy around Aries, for April 2019. The energy around money for Aries, their finances, Aries finances for April 2019. The energy around relationships for Aries, 2019, April. Energy for Aries. Energy around Aries, April 2019. 3 cards, please. Energy around Aries. Energy around finances for Aries. Energy around finances for Aries, April 2019. No, 1 card, please. 1 card. 1 more card. I want the bottom card. The energy around relationships for Aries for April 2019. All right, so just general energy around you is about inner power. I'd like to see that for you. That red really speaks to me for that Aries energy. So it is about going within your inner power to achieve anything that you need to achieve. And Aries, God love you. You're not the most diplomatic, and that's okay, because tapping into your inner power will help you be able to translate your feelings into a verbiage, a vocabulary which others can understand. But it feels like this is more about speaking to yourself, communicating to yourself. This is the thing is, we are always worried about what we haven't accomplished, and we're not actually giving ourselves credit for what we have accomplished. So it feels like you're being asked to give yourself permission to honor your accomplishments, to honor yourself for what you do complete, what you do achieve, and to stop speaking to yourself so harshly here. And then we have the Emperor, and in this deck, he certainly looks like an Aries. He's got his goat head and horns, and this is just about you being honest and open and truthful to yourself. It feels like The month of April is really about you being honest with yourself, being honest with how you should live your life for you to be the best you. Yeah, you need to be grounded, mindful about about being grounded, mindful about how your energy is being relayed to others as well as to yourself. To stop being your own worst enemy here, but to be supportive and kind to yourself. This is a time, April is a time to nurture your own abilities, your skills, using your intuition to really move you forward, to really help you find balance. Now, I know that we haven't even got to the portion of finances yet, but Aries, I feel like finances are really going to be surrounding you here. And truth, yep, honesty, honesty, honesty with yourself here. What is it that you can afford to take on? What is it you can afford? And more, more pentacles, more earth energy here. What is it that you really need to do to strategize here to find your success financially? You know, make sure you're not overspending, make sure you're pinching your pennies. I can live with this, for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, while I build up, save up so that I can be where I want to be financially here. And with this Ace of Swords, it's like, be careful that you're not slitting your own throat here with overcommitments financially, trying to, live beyond your means. It just feels like the finances wise, it's just these opportunities will be presented to you, and you are going to have to fight for them here. I'm sorry, I didn't know, was out of focus. You will have to fight for them, fight for where you're going, fight to where you can, to getting to a, all right, let me give it a face to focus on. Well, this camera's really going to give me a hard time right now. It feels like you need to slow your roll here financially. That for you to find that complete grounding, to get to that's that place that you need to be, that place where you're hoping, that place of success, you can get there, but you're going to have to count your pennies along the way. Be honest with yourself, be truthful to yourself. Is this truly going to be financially feasible, financially suitable for my current situation to get me into the situation I want to be in? If you want more money, you have to save it so you can have it. And by saving it and having it, you then attract more money. You attract more finances. Being honest, 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 honest here. It just feels like you're telling yourself, you're being so hard on yourself, and you're over promising things to yourself, that, and this could be, granted, this could be somebody's doing this to you, over making promises to you that they're not financially feasibly able. This is just the energy around you, that they're not actually financially able to fulfill or live up to their promises. They're over obligating here. But victory, success, happy endings financially is available. Just don't slit your own throat to get there. Don't put yourself in a deeper bind to get there. It feels like you can be successful with money, but that means keeping it in your pocket, keeping it in your savings account. All right, for relationships, initiative. Well, Aries, we know you have the initiative to give all you can give. You give 110% in everything you do. That's Aries. I swear to God, an Aries is the one who came up with that. An Aries couldn't just have 100%. They have to give 110% here. And yet we have more earth energy here. Really, really being not only responsible with everything financial, but it feels as though, really governing yourself here with the Emperor around anything that has to do with bonding or creating a new relationship, perhaps working on yourself. So, therefore, that energy that you change within yourself can flow over into your relationship here. I do like the Queen. Okay. She is a very kind person. The Queen of Earth is a kind person. She's a loving and a generous person here. But she can also speak to being dependent on others. And if you're overspending here, you're going to have to find somebody to be dependent on or rely on to help you. And I feel like what she's saying is you need to be relying on yourself. You need to be taking initiative to rely on yourself to make yourself, your energy from within, heal and resonate the kind of relationships that you want to be receiving. You have to be kind to yourself, that inner power, taking that initiative to own your inner power, taking the initiative to be truthful to yourself, to recognize your accomplishments and not be so hard on, the things you haven't finished yet, because it will all get completed in due time here. Delays can come if you cut yourself. They're telling me to speak about that. More Pentacles. All right, and the Seven of Cups. Relationships. Wow, this is complicated energy, to be honest with you, Aries. Okay, so yes, there could be a earth sign involved here, but this is more likely somebody who either is kind or generous, or I feel like it's really, this is a Aries. I feel like April's about relationships with yourself. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about being honest with your spending. Everything that's coming in here, it's about really governing yourself and giving 110% to your own well-being versus giving 110% and ignoring yourself. There is no balance of work and play here, and you're being reminded that you have to find this balance. This Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is always about the fact that you need to keep on going here. So keeping on the positive route of loving yourself, the relationship with yourself, so that you can bring in a loving, positive relationships from outside of yourself here. If you allow yourself to get distracted with relationships that aren't truly serving you spiritually, I mean, they may be serving you sexually, but if they're not serving you spiritually, it's like you're getting stuck in the same cycle, bringing in the same person who isn't really, if you're single, you meet somebody new, you start dating them, and then you're thinking, oh, they're so different, but then the relationship actually ends up being the same way as the last relationship that you were in, and it didn't succeed. And this could be romantically, this could be with friends, this could be with jobs. So it's saying, I deserve happiness. It's saying, I am happy. I am. I ams are the best self-love, inner power charging words that you can use. Making the I am mantras a part of your monthly routine, your daily routine for the month. I am enough. I am enough. I feel like you guys need to be reminding yourselves that you are enough. And that you don't have to give 120, 130, 140. That 100% is enough. Giving yourself enough attention, enough love, and enough self-love so that those you encounter can give you self-love back. If you're in a relationship here, working on yourself is good for your relationship. Because the happier you are, the happier the energy is that you're exerting, and the happier your mate will feel that vibration from you, the happier the energy your mate will start vibing towards you. It's like, share my happiness, share my happiness. Oh, wow, this is a flow. We're going here. We're both happy. You have to be happy as individuals to be happy as a couple, to be happy as a whole is about being happy as a whole with yourself. Let's get you some whispers of love. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. That truth, that inner power. Authentic to who you are. Can you look in the mirror and say you are being authentic to who you are? Because that's how you find people to be in relationships with that are authentic in your relationship. To oh my goodness gracious, I can't even say it. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. That might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. Admitting that you need love from others. I'm not just talking about sexual love, but the true intimate relationships of your best friends, of you and your siblings, you and your parents, you and your grandparents, and you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. They need that physical touch. You need that physical touch. It's important to keep a relationship intimate. This is why we hug our family when we see them. This is why we need to remember to hug our partners every day. Reminding that holding hands is important. Being true, if you're in a relationship where you feel as though that you two need to work on this together, like you need to go to counseling or whatever it is, then it's time for you to take the initiative to say, hey, let's go to couples counseling. Let's strengthen our love. No shame. In fact, it's being authentic to the fact that you love someone and you always want to work on your relationship with them. If you want someone to authenticate their love for you, you must authenticate your love for them, and both of you must authenticate your love for yourselves first. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? So it feels like there's lots of inner work that needs to be done here for April, and that is an amazing thing. Because that means that you just get to be more badass Aries for May. And that's an awesome thing. That's a good thing, Aries. So self-love, self-work, telling your child the truth, being honest with yourself, learning to love yourself for all of your imperfections. And then it's just easier for everyone else in your life to love you for all your imperfections and perfect perfections as well. We're all perfectly imperfect. And it's perfectly okay to love that. Oh, Aries, I think this is awesome. You know, putting work into yourself, saving instead of, no retail therapy, but actually finding your I am meditations. There's lots of great videos here on YouTube. Um, there's one I really like. I'll try and share it to Twitter and Facebook today. So if you don't follow me there, follow me there. But it just, Aries, it feels good. I don't know what else to say here, but that the outcome of all of this work is just really going to feel good. The outcome of making it a ritual to ground yourself for every day, that's honoring yourself. Like brushing your teeth is honoring yourself. Making sure you're grounded every day is honoring yourself. Grounding tubes get worn out, so please keep in mind you need a new one every couple hours. If you have a confrontation with somebody, then you're going to need a new one. But I feel like, Aries, you guys got this. As long as you're honest with yourself, oh my gosh, while you're wrapping up April, you're just going to feel like you're on this whole new spiritual level of really truly knowing what you want for yourself. Really truly knowing what you want and need. And then you'll just move forward into May kicking ass. I think that's awesome. All right, Aries, be sure to show me some love with thumbs up on this video. Follow me on Instagram. Well, hopefully you follow me here. If you don't, please click that subscribe button. I'm sure that it's popping up by now, but there's also one below. I'm going to add some more content in here for you as well. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouNow, which I don't do videos on, but I'm still on there. Follow me all over the place. Check out my podcast, The Skeptic and the Psychic, that's available on Spreaker.com. You can download that app. And as always, Aries, I appreciate you.